Hello and welcome to our channel Market Chart Pattern. Today we'll be looking at the futures market. We'll be looking at the light sweet crude oil WTI contract. Before we proceed, disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes only and it is not a financial advice. You have to do your own work. Okay, so what we are looking at is a daily chart of the continuous contract of the light sweet crude oil. This is traded on the NYMEX, as we can see on the trading view here. And what we are looking at is a daily chart of a 1 year view. As we know that 2022, we're about to conclude the year, and we all know that the geopolitical events, what a year it had been. So what we are looking at is that, from the beginning of 2022, there was a big move in the oil futures, and that sort of topped around $130 per barrel. And after that, there has been there's steep decline. Let's have a look how much this retracement was. So about a 50% decline here, and then it rallied. So there were three important rallies in this actually. One was this appears to be about a 382 of this high. There's the 618 retracement and the 786 retracement. Within that, there are some ABCD patterns which I've not drawn here, but you can visually see that it was a one-to-one move of A, B, C, D. Then within that, there's a nested one-to-one move A, B, C, D. Then we could have another one which could be one-to-one A, B, C, D. In fact, we can try drawing it here. It just makes the video longer, so I was just trying to not do that. And there we go. It was not a perfect one. I think the 786 was much stronger, but it stopped within about $2 a barrel, which is nothing in crude oil these days. Okay, so we have seen a decline over several months. Within that, we had another one-to-one ABCD pattern here which failed, which also indicated that this market was really weak. And then from the bottom, which was back in December of 2021, we reached the 78.6% Fibonacci retracement of the entire low to high move. So this one. So let me draw this. This entire move decline was here, and that's the 78.6. So it actually went a little bit lower, but it found good support and it rallied for a couple of weeks. But when we have a decline like this market was actually pretty weak. And then all it did was it went up to the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement of this high, and then it moved lower. Then price tried to take this high out, but the market was so weak, it just formed a double top. So we should just mark it as double top here. So that told us that in fact this market was pretty weak, because it declined from the 38.2% retracement of this swing to this high, to this low, and then it tried to take the price tried to take this high out, unable to do that, moved lower. Okay, so that's the part we are going to focus now. I'm just going to blow up the chart a little bit. Okay, so what we can see is that the price seems to be moving in some sort of a channel here. So that's the bottom of the channel. Every time we hit strike one, strike two, strike three, there's a bit of a rally here. And what we are looking at now is that the price seems to be moving in a one-to-one formation, which we like to call ABCD. So if we take this and just clone it, okay, so this takes us somewhere to about $81.20 per barrel. Also, there's an interesting fact that if we take this high of 1st of December, we just try to see where did we stop, when we stop, when we did indeed stop. So what we can clearly see is we stopped at around 78.6% retracement level here. Okay, so that's a resistance zone. And then let's have a look at this double top. We just draw some retracement levels, and I'm just going to change some levels, bring in 61.8%, 50% retracement levels. Okay, so what is interesting to watch now is that we have this 1-to-1 formation, which takes us somewhere around 81.20, and then we have the 50% and the 61.8% retracement coming up around 84.60 levels, 84.70 level roughly. So I'm gonna call this as the resistance zone. Okay, so our resistance zone is anywhere between 81.40 to about, what was this, 84.60 per barrel. Okay, now there is also a possibility that because the price had rotated lower from this 78 point, well, not rotated lower, but it just, you know, touched this and moved back a little bit around 80.60. It's possible that, you know, that might be a sort of a completed pattern between this zone and about 81.20, which is the ABCD, and price could actually perhaps, you know, move lower and go to touch the bottom of this channel line. So in that case, we are just going to have a look at the ABCD, the formation. We take this, let's clone this, and let's see if we get any downside targets. Okay, so around 63.74, which will be forming kind of a double bottom with the lows seen beginning of the year. So what we are watching for is that we have a downward bias because of the pattern 1-to-1 ABCD and the resistance zone coming up. And what we're expecting is that perhaps the price actually failed to move higher around this resistance zone and begin to move lower and come down towards the lower end of this channel. And if it does that, then it's going to form a very nice three drives to a bottom pattern. So we'll have like drive 1, drive 2, drive 3, and perhaps that could mark the move lower in this market. However, if this resistance zone is taken out to the upside on 2 consecutive daily basis, then there's a possibility that actually the low came in a little bit earlier than anticipated, and then we could have we'll have to change our bias from shorter term short side to long side of the market. We'll have to wait and see how the price will behave once the market opens up, and if it enters this zone, this is the area we will be watching for a possible resistance. If the price finds resistance, there's a likelihood that it will move and complete an ABCD pattern anywhere towards this bottom range. We are looking at about around $65 to $64 a barrel, perhaps even a little bit lower. That is also a possibility. However, on the upside, if the resistance zone is broken to the upside, at least on 2 daily consecutive basis, then we'll have to change our bias to the long side. So this is what we are watching in crude oil market. And if you like our analysis and how we look at the market and do the technical analysis, then please do subscribe to the channel and also click that bell icon button. That way you will know when the new videos are posted. Thank you very much for watching the video, and good luck and good trading.